think Mahama and Rahman has said a lot. I mean, a lot. And for me, I think this one is not surprising. It shouldn't be surprising to anyone because, especially even if you watch this show, we said it countless times. Even especially after the first leg was played. So for me, I don't think it should be a surprising thing. But one thing I deduce from all this is like we are not ready to do football. Michael, we are not ready to do football as a country, and I'm pleading with the central government to call and lend to all footballing activities, so that maybe we can channel the money we use in that sector, maybe on education or health. Because, Michael, for me, the Albert AMOAH issue, I disagree with all of you here. He's a professional player who is binded by a professional contract. Now, these are some of the things our clubs do in this country, which doesn't even give anybody the attraction to watch the local league. Now, Asante Kotoko, as a team, as big as you are, you start the season with ambitions. You set out your goals that you are going to win the league. Who has been Asante Kotoko's top striker for the past 2 seasons? It is Albert AMOAH. Now, why then do you sell Albert AMOAH in the middle of the season? There's a reason why we synced our calendar to that of the European countries, so that our players will not deem it necessary or compulsory to move in the middle of the season. You have a contract with Albert AMOAH, or Kotoko does not have a contract with it. If they want to tell me they do not have a contract with Albert AMOAH, so they saw the need or pressure to sell him now or risk losing him for free, then I understand. But that will even make sense to me because Albert AMOAH has only played 1 season for Asante Kotoko. So it tells me we are not even serious. We are not running the football well. If we were running the football well, there's no way. Even you see, sometimes you can lack money, but you can still put things right. The basics. There's no way if you put the basics right, you sell your player mid-season when it is not the recognized transfer window. Now, did Asante Kotoko come and fanfool us or lie to us that they want to win the league? How do you want to win the league? When you are selling the striker who gives you more than 10 goals in a league season. How are you going to win the league? Let's check the current Asante Kotoko setup and look at their goal scoring. I'm sure probably maybe after Albert AMOAH, their next top scorer is Ungu. Like, I'm just making a fun out of it, but that there's a gap. How many games has Kwame Poku played this season? Yeah, no, I'm even saying this season. Or even last season, Albert AMOAH still ended up as Kotoko's top scorer, even after missing more than 2 months of the season. You remember he got injured at a point where he missed about 8 or 9 games. But he still came back and still scored more than 10 goals this season. Asante Kotoko, Mbella, they sold him after 1 or 2 seasons. So we are not serious. If we feel like we need money, what is Kotoko going to use Albert AMOAH's money for today? Like right now we are speaking. They can't use it to sign any player. So they can't use it to replace any player. Is the Ghana Premier League window registration open? No. So why are you selling your player? That is what I want somebody to explain to me today. Why there can be no sensible reason for me. For Albert AMOAH, I understand him. Because of the money issue. I understand Albert AMOAH perfectly. If it was my brother, I would have given him the advice to take that decision. But for Asante Kotoko as a club, which is supposed to be a serious entity, and if you do this, you want to go and play with work and win. No, you can't win. Manchester United beating Real Madrid 7-0 was more likely than Asante Kotoko going to beat work in Morocco. Michael, you just put it on a scale. That 7-0 is out of you. Let's say Manchester United even beating Real Madrid 3-0, and Asante Kotoko going to Morocco to win. Which one do you think is impossible? Which one is more realistic? You see, Asante Kotoko and Accra Sofok and all these teams, they are not serious. And for me, I am not surprised these things are happening because at the end of the day, we sell our best players to some of these teams. We sell our best players to some of these teams. This guy is moving to Libya. Libya seems like, is it going to Al Ahly Tripoli?
Yeah.
This is a team that constantly competes on the African front. So let's even say, I want to believe the deal was even done before the game. So let's say if Asante Kotoko had even progressed to the group stage and you meet Al Ahly Tripoli, like you see, it doesn't. You see, it's like Chelsea giving Cole Palmer to Manchester United right now. It doesn't make any sense, and we should do our things right in this country, or else we are going to continue to suffer and suffer and suffer. And this thing, it is with the whole West Africa. That is how come I was telling Mahama, even if we bring
please be wrapping up on this subject.
We
still
have
the Black Queens issue to deal with.
The zones,
plus highlights
we
from
will still
European
struggle.
Leagues.
Because even if you look at the clubs, the performance, you see Eastern African teams, they're represented by Tanzania, Kenya, where Nairobi United yesterday went to North Africa to shock at all the Sahel. If you go to South Africa, there's the Sundowns, there's Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates were kicked out, but in other seasons, if you go to the North, I don't even want to talk about it. Now, teams like St. Eloi Lupopo are making Champions League group stages, and Asante Kotoko cannot even lose respectably. I mean, we are not serious. We don't want to do football.
But Michael, is there like a way that a player midway, like AMOAH, then you can sign him when even the transfer is not open?
No, it depends on the window. They may have a.
It depends on the window in Libya.
In Libya.
Yeah. So it depends on the window.
The window in Libya could allows, be open. Yeah, if it is open, then they can.
But Asante Kotoko, as a serious club, could have, and it's not like holding the guy hostage.
Because Kotoko cannot sign a replacement until January.
Yes, you cannot sign a replacement. So why are you letting your star player go? Unless you are not a serious club, you have no ambition. Kotoko has no ambition, and they would if you see. There's a reason why Kotoko will be amongst the favorites in the Ghana League. It shows how shambolic the league is.